Bahamas.
I'm Jay Philippe. Junkanoo tomorrow night?
Definitely. See you there. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
On the Bahamas Tonight at 11 this Thursday, the Boundaries Commission has finished its work, and now voters are reacting to the Commission's now tabled report. This late night, important news about U.S. visas. News that might save you some big bucks. And we're off to the carnival this Thursday night, a place where we can all be young at heart. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now.
Bahamas Tonight at 11, the final word starts now.
It is good to have you with us this late night. I'm Corbell Pyfrom. Our big story at 11, the Constituencies Commission reports released Wednesday now leaves residents to make a choice. Register in their new constituencies or forfeit the right to vote. Our Cleopatra Murphy canvassed the ground today and spoke with residents about their reactions on the newly drawn lines.
There is mixed reaction to the Boundaries report from some of the residents that will be impacted by the change. After that report saw polling divisions 3 and 11 and 3 parcels of polling division 4 moved from the Killarney constituency to make up part of the new St. James constituency. The Mount Pleasant community is one that will be impacted, and although not eager to join lines at the Parliamentary Registration Department to register within a new constituency, Ronaldo Davis is open to the change.
I'm definitely looking for positive representation and somebody that's going to represent the community well, that's going to care about the elders of the community, that's going to care about even the young people, the children that are coming up, and just providing transparency, number one, and definitely providing things that are going to keep the community going in a positive direction.
The same holds true for Pearline Bell, who is embracing the change.
I haven't had any representative for long years. From my move out here, there were one that I met here. After then, no, they passed my door.
It's the exact opposite for another resident who says it is unlikely she will vote now, preferring the present representative.
With Killarney, Dr. Minnis always looked out for us, even during COVID time. He came around, gave care packages and whatnot. He always looks out for the community.
The St. Anne's constituency is also seeing changes, with polling division 3 from Freetown, Little Blair, now joining Big Blair under one constituency. A move Gina Knowles thinks makes sense.
I vote for the person. I do not vote for the party. I don't vote for a color, and I don't look for a symbol. When people come around and they do the walkabout campaigning, I interview these people.
Another Little Blair resident, Kathleen Albury, is embracing it and is now ready to register.
I'll try and do it early, rather than wait for the big rush at the end, because you never know when the election's going to be called.
With the new lines now drawn, Killarney and St. Anne's will have 6,137 and 5,708 registered voters respectively, based on the 2025 register. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
All right, Cleopatra, new lines, new seats, and new political battles ahead. Tonight, members of Parliament and general election candidates are reacting to those proposed boundary changes that could reshape the road to the next general election. Leah Cooper continues our coverage.
With 2 new constituencies proposed and boundary lines redrawn across the country, sitting members of Parliament and general election candidates are now recalculating their paths to victory. ZNS News spoke with several of those directly affected by the changes. One of the biggest shakeups is in western New Providence, where a new seat, St. James, is carved out of parts of Golden Isles, Killarney, and surrounding constituencies. For Free National Movement candidate for Killarney, Michaela Barnett Ellis, the proposed changes are about staying connected to voters, no matter where the lines fall.
We previously had 14 polling divisions in Killarney, and now we are down to 12. We're losing relationships because we have canvassed the constituency and gotten to know persons in these communities and gotten their support. Quite a few people were excited to support me in the upcoming general election, and now that support's moved into another constituency.
Next door in Golden Isles, F&M candidate Brian Brown weighs in.
What I thought the Parliamentary Commission would have done was do their work for us to see what's the actual amount of persons on the register before they do their final cut. But I guess they base it by their numbers, although some persons have not transferred yet, and the new voters, but they had to make their decision.
Now, this could be bad news for Golden Isles sitting MP Darren Pickstock, as we understand that polling divisions 1 and 14 have been removed from the constituency. It's the 2 polling divisions that edged Pickstock out in the recent by-election. While the Golden Isles MP declined to comment, Brown says he's ready.
During the by-election, I won 9 polling divisions, and there was 14. This new cut now, I've got 5 out of the 9 and came close in the other 3, another 3. And so, I've been working Golden Isles for years. I know Golden Isles, I know the people know me.
But it's not just New Providence seeing change. In the Family Islands, a brand new constituency is proposed for Bimini and the Berry Islands, separating the area from West Grand Bahama. Kingsley Smith, MP for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, weighs in on the shift.
I'm happy for the people of Bimini. This is something that they wanted for quite some years now.
And in North Andros, MP Leonardo Lightbourne says he's also ready no matter how the lines are drawn.
I'm okay. Wherever is placed or I'm being placed, I'm okay with it. I think God has the last say, and whatever God has done or has in store for me, no man to take away. So I'm okay with what's happening with the boundaries.
Parliamentarians are set to debate the report this coming Tuesday in the House of Assembly. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Far from perfect, but a step in the right direction. That's Coalition of Independents leader Lincoln Baines' take on Wednesday's tabled Constituencies Commission's report. Mr. Baines saw nothing surprising nor deeply concerning about the report, though he does believe more still could be done to achieve greater parity.
For example, I have just over 5,000 in Pinewood, but constituencies like Central Grand Bahama has like 6,500, and East Grand Bahama has even more. And so I think we could do more to get them more even, but this was a step in the right direction.
His party, the Coalition of Independents, intends to run a full slate of candidates in the next general election. The party leader says while the splitting and slicing of some constituencies appear to have been done to the advantage of the governing Progressive Liberal Party, gerrymandering, he cautions, has never proven to be an effective strategy.
We don't think that gerrymandering has ever worked in history. Every election they gerrymander, but it never works. And so they can do what they want, but when the people have made up their mind, you're going to see a difference.
Now, the Bahamas Constitution Party is condemning the recently tabled report as constitutionally defective and fundamentally unjust. The BCP argues in its statement that voter registration increased by just over 1,000 people nationwide between 2021 and 2025, noting this does not justify the creation of 2 additional constituencies. The party contends that the report violates Article 70 of the Constitution, which requires voter parity as the primary standard for effective representation. The BCP goes on to point out what it describes as extreme disparities, with some constituencies having fewer than 2,300 voters while others exceed 6,000. The party claims this imbalance amounts to political gerrymandering designed to advantage the governing administration. The BCP is calling on members of the public to reject the report and demand full transparency, warning that the integrity of the country's democratic process is at stake. Before you dig deeper into your pockets to travel to the United States, you may want to listen up. Reports of a U.S. visa fee increase have surfaced on social media, but according to the U.S. Embassy, the price tag hasn't changed. We get more tonight from Leah Cooper.
Good evening. We've all seen and heard the claims circulating on social media suggesting that U.S. visa fees in the Bahamas were set to increase as of January 1st. But according to the U.S. Embassy's chief counselor, Karina Kanan, those claims are simply not true.
We know that there is a lot of misinformation that has been spread on social media about an increase in visa fees. So we'd like to let everyone know that the fees for a B1, B2 visitor visa and F1 student visas for Bahamians has not changed. It remains $185.
Kanan is urging the public to verify information before sharing or acting on it, especially when it comes from unofficial sources.
In general, we shouldn't be relying on information received on a WhatsApp text where we can't see what the original URL or link is from, what's the source of it. Everyone should go, especially for something like applying for a U.S. visa, to the original government source. Go to the official source. It's bs.usembassy.gov. Our visas page links from there. It has all the information that anyone needs to apply for a visa on visa categories.
She also warns about third-party companies to apply for your visa.
Why pay more if you don't have to? We think that the visa application process is pretty straightforward as long as you're going to the right place to start that process, and the right place is our official U.S. Embassy website. We have heard that there are a lot of third parties out there, companies that are charging up to $500 to do this. So obviously everyone can make that decision for themselves if they want to pay that extra money, but they don't have to. The cost for applying for a visa is $185.
Embassy officials say the bottom line is simple. Verify your information, use official government websites, and don't fall victim to costly visa scams. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
More from us this late night when we come back. White Island takes us to the carnival where holiday sales mean big business. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Stay up with us.
It's a Holy Frosty Christmas, and Wendy's and Coke is bringing the chill. This year, when you upgrade any Wendy's combo to a large, you can instantly win big with the Upgrade and Win Christmas giveaway. We're talking travel gift cards, gadgets, holiday treats, and prizes that make your Holy Frosty Christmas shine. Just upgrade your favorite lunch combo. Scan the QR code on your receipt to enter and let the holiday magic begin. Enjoy great tasting food and win big this Christmas with Wendy's and Coca-Cola's Upgrade and Win. Rules and restrictions apply.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
On to some of the day's other news now this late night. At the Magistrate's Court Wednesday, 6 Haitians pleaded guilty before Chief Magistrate Roberto Reckley to overstaying and illegal landing charges. They were fined between $300 and $1,500 or 3 to 6 months at the Bahamas Department of Corrections if payment fails. The court also ordered their deportation once fines are paid or prison sentences have been completed. Speaking of deportation, the Immigration Department sent some 64 foreign nationals to their home countries in just under 2 weeks. The deportees include 59 Haitians, 1 Venezuelan, 2 Chinese, 1 Dominican national, and a Ghanaian national. The department is also encouraging members of the public to report any immigration violations to their hotline. The number there is 604-0249 or 604-0171 or 2. Other news here tonight, Director of Education Dominique McCartney-Russell addressing ongoing efforts to strengthen education across the Family Islands, highlighting initiatives aimed at improving resources, teacher support, and student learning outcomes. The Education Director emphasizing that one of the ministry's main goals is equitable access to quality education, ensuring that students on the Family Islands receive the same opportunities as they do here in the capital, including upgrading school facilities, expanding course offerings, and introducing programs to support both teachers and learners across the country.
We're ensuring access. We're ensuring our educational process is inclusive. We are expanding success opportunities for graduation. So you would see the changes or reform in the Bahamas High School Diploma program. And so a number of initiatives to support students learning excellence for every single child in every classroom, in every school. And so we are reforming the curriculum because we have a diverse set of students. They have diverse interests, diverse needs, diverse abilities, and so we want to ensure that we cater to all of them.
With rhythm in their feet and pride in their hearts, Cleveland Eneas Primary School is preparing for its junior Junkanoo debut, made possible in part by a timely $5,000 donation from the Bryce Newbold Foundation. Matea Stewart tells us more.
The students of Cleveland Eneas Primary School took to the beat of tum-tums and trumpets as they make preparations for the school's first debut in junior Junkanoo. While passion and talent is eminent, the Eagles faced one major issue: finances. Right on time, though, was the Bryce Newbold Foundation with a donation of $5,000.
This school, this year being their first year, and we wanted to really give them a big boost. And when we found out that they were having a bit of, struggles, challenges, getting to Bay Street, and I know how hard it is to get to Bay Street, we said, you know what, we're gonna give them that helping hand, that boost to help them to get to Bay. I hope to see a performance that rivals any A group on Bay Street, because I'm sure they are going to put the effort, the energy, the creativity, and of course the passion. I saw from the kids as they were performing just now, just how much they already have got the Junkanoo spirit.
On the receiving end of the donation, Principal Newbold Smith spoke about the relief the funds brought, noting that even she was surprised by just how costly junior Junkanoo can be.
On the receiving end this morning, we are just so excited in Eagle Nation because our teachers and the committee that's been working on Junkanoo, we were just, it was a struggle for us. And when I got that call that this was happening today, it just had us excited that we have these funds that will help us continue to get the other instruments that we need, the crepe paper, the feathers, I personally did not know that Junkanoo was such an expensive activity.
The Eagles of Cleveland Eneas Primary School continue to advance the culture with their entry to the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Parade. And with a donation of $5,000 from the Bryce Newbold Foundation, I'm sure they'll do just that. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Matea Stewart.
The Eagles will bring it to Bay. Thanks, Matea. Well, if you're looking for something to do this late night, a holiday staple for locals. The Christmas Carnival has been open to the public weeks ahead of Christmas and traditionally remains in place for a few weeks into the new year. But as time winds down, our Lloyd Allen reports that operators are pleased with this year's turnout and plan a major give back in their final night.
So we opened on December 5th. Sales always in the beginning are a little slower. People come in slowly when they realize that we're here, and our numbers have been good.
Joanne Berthole, office manager for McCafferty Enterprises, which operates the Holiday Carnival, says despite initial fears of a difficult season, the carnival has weathered the economic woes of the holidays, likely due to a long tradition of fun, family, and a safe repose from the hustle and bustle.
A lot of people back home don't understand that Christmas Day and Boxing Day are our biggest days here. They just, it's something, it's a tradition you guys have, and we enjoy coming here, bringing the carnival for you guys, to keep that tradition up for you guys as something for you guys to have and have memories of.
While Christmas is traditionally the busiest day for the carnival, this year more patrons turned up on Boxing Day, with the carnival reporting visitors in the thousands straight up to closing time.
Sometimes it just depends on the way that Christmas Day falls. If it's more towards the weekend, people will come out on Christmas still, but then they're getting ready for Junkanoo at night. And then Boxing Day, they rest up and they come out.
And although the new year is in full swing, she says patrons are still coming out to enjoy that experience.
Some people don't like the big crowds. This is when the other people come in with their families, their kids. They come in now so they don't have to fight the crowds at Christmas time. And they know it's going to be a little slower, especially this week. Kids are back to school.
But as the crowd shrinks, Berthold is encouraging the public to look out for their finale.
So the 18th is our last day. We open at 6 p.m. And we are giving away a brand new Jet Tour Dashing 2026 car.
If you've not made your way to the carnival, you have until January 18th to make your way here. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm
It's really not that scary of a ride. Thank you, Lloyd. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 turns to sports. Sarah Savajal with the preview.
The Hoops champs start off 2026 with an 100-point victory. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Like, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all day large, one topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, that included, but.
I need the $10 special place.
How many would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. High school basketball resuming play this week. Defending GSSA champions would make a statement in their first game of 2026. To the tape, the aforementioned Anatole Rogers Timberwolves taking on the Doris Johnson Mystic Marlins over at the Donald Davis Gym. The Timberwolves playing some swarming defense here that would lead to a turnover and easy score. They would get out 32-4 after the first quarter. Much of the same in the second. Mystic Marlins unable to deal with the pressure, struggling to even get the ball past half court. The Timberwolves would get another easy layup and would go up 69-8 at the half. Powered by 30 points from Dinagio Fowler, Anatole would go on to defeat Doris Johnson 119-17. Yes, you heard that right, a 102-point victory.
All right. First off, just want to thank God for the victory. But like you say, it was a dominant performance. You know, the guys they came out, they were hungry, they were aggressive from the jump. You know, but that's just one game. You know, so we just have to stay focused. We have to stay poised. You know, there's a lot against us. You know, so we just have to, like I say, do what we need to do, and just be able to perform and to exude Timberwolves basketball on a daily basis. So like I say, definitely thank God, but we still have a lot of work to do.
Coach Bowles also speaking on the bullseye on his team's back, being the top dogs in the GSSA.
Expectation, just like every year, is very high. You know, the guys know what we're up against, and they know what to expect from me. They know what to expect from our opponents. But like you said, we were champions and defending champions. But like I tell the guys, you know, that was the 04-05 season. You know, 05-06 presents a different team, presents different challenges, presents different expectations, even though they are still high. You know, so that's our main drive, our main focus moving forward. And I think once we do that and once we stay locked in, I think we give ourselves a shot, you know, to win the championship once again.
And while this game took place, there were several others that did not. Zenitol sports team understands a number of schools forfeited their games due to ongoing grievances between coaches and the association. In addition to the Timberwolves Mystic Marlins game, there were 2 other games scheduled to be contested at the A.F. Adderley and C.I. Gibson gymnasiums. Government High School Magic were set to take on the R.M. Bailey Pacers, with both teams were assessed losses after forfeiting their matchup. And the same outcome was suffered by the C.C. Sweden Cobras and the Stevie Bethel Stingrays, scheduled to play over at A.F. Now, Zenith Toll sports team sought to get a response from newly elected GSSA President Van Dyke Bethel on the matter, but he declined to comment. We'll continue to follow up on this story as it progresses. So in hoops this time from the association, Bayman rookie phenom B.J. Edgecombe was a menace on the defensive side of the ball last night. Edgecombe racking up 13 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and a career-high 5 steals in 35 minutes during the Sixers' 131-110 victory over the Washington Wizards on Wednesday. The 5 swipes marked the 5th straight game in which Edgecombe had recorded multiple steals. He also scored in double digits in 14 straight games, averaging 18 points, 5 boards, and 4 assists over that stretch. Over to the collegiate ranks, Bayman hooper Baronet Tweedy Charlton will spend the remainder of her junior season on the sidelines for the Austin Peay State University Governors after suffering a season-ending knee injury in the team's 73-38 victory over the Berry College Vikings. Charlton made a play for a loose ball in the 3rd quarter and subsequently collided with a Vikings player, resulting in tears to both her ACL and meniscus. Prior to the devastating injury, the junior guard pitched in 9 points, 3 assists. Switching gears to the track, the 36th edition of the T-Birds Flyers meet will get underway tomorrow at the original Thomas A. Robinson Stadium, the first official meet on the B3A's 2026 calendar. The meet named in honor of Mr. Gregory Clark, a track parent who recently passed away. Organizer Foster Dorset gives us more.
The regular track meet from under 7 up to open, and it's something we usually do every year. It's the first meet of the year, and we usually use it as a guidance for track clubs so they can see where the athletes are at the beginning of the season. They can participate, and they can gauge where the athletes are in terms of conditioning. We will be having events from, like I said, 7 through open. The Carifta events will be, all the Carifta events will start from under 17 and up.
And that's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
It's a Holy Frosty Christmas, and Wendy's and Coke is bringing the chill. This year, when you upgrade any Wendy's combo to a large, you can instantly win big with the Upgrade and Win Christmas giveaway. We're talking travel gift cards, gadgets, holiday treats, and prizes that make your Holy Frosty Christmas shine. Just upgrade your favorite lunch combo, scan the QR code on your receipt to enter, and let the holiday magic begin. Enjoy great tasting food and win big this Christmas with Wendy's and Coca-Cola's Upgrade and Win. Rules and restrictions apply.
We're just about at the start of our first long holiday weekend of the year. Wonder how the weather's going to be. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean, who has the answer. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Carvel. We do have that trophy that's near the northern Bahamas, and that will continue to support 1 or 2 passing showers in the extreme northwestern parts of the country. Now, your temperatures around the islands this evening: Marsh, Abaco, 77 degrees, 78 in Green Turkey, Freeport, Grand Bahama, 78, 78 also in the Berry Islands, Alistown, Bimini, 77, 77 extends into Harbor Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera. Alistown, Cat Island, 80 degrees, also Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space St. Andros at 80 degrees, Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 79, 79 also in Georgetown, Exuma. Rumkey and San Salvador, 80 degrees, 81 degrees, showing up in Crooked Island, Clownstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island, and Acklands. Acklands at 80 degrees, Betsy Bay just changed to 80 degrees as well. Matchitown, Inagua, 82, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 80 degrees. And your forecast tonight, we're going in for mainly clear skies here in the capital, low temperature, comfortable 68 degrees again tonight, and then tomorrow, a bit breezy with lots of sunshine, high temperature at 80 degrees. And your extended weather forecast, lovely weather right through the weekend, but come Monday late, we'll see some evening showers developing as a frontal system makes its way through the northwest Bahamas and eventually slide into the central Bahamas by Tuesday. And as I said, that will trigger a couple of showers right along the frontal boundary. But temperature-wise, we're going to be in the low 80s for the greater part of the day, with those nighttime temperatures getting back up into the low 70s. Cover.
Thank you, Basil. And that is our broadcast for this Thursday, for this week. In fact, I'm Corbell Pye from Bahamas, Basil, and the entire team. Take care, be well, have a good weekend, and we'll see you soon. Good night.
At Centerville, I'm LaDawn Davis. This is ZMS.
Tonight's the night, you can check out my flow. Time to get it started. You know what?